The Go Higher podcast is presented by the High Program of Wayne State University. The High Program, helping individuals go higher. Hello everyone and welcome to the Go Higher podcast, where we take on the tough and relevant subjects in everyone's day-to-day lives and provide insight on how to respond, resolve, and re-inspire yourself and those around you. Today we're going to talk about a place where everyone can go, but few ever find. A place where you can be transformed physically and mentally. A place where all of your wildest dreams can plant themselves in a solid foundation to grow from. Where you can just be, no more, no less. Almost all of us have complained at some point about being overworked, stressed, and sleep deprived. We suppress our emotions and often develop negative coping mechanisms for stress that suppress causes. Living a life full of anxiety with no mental or emotional outlet can leave you with serious adverse effects. Insomnia, a shortened attention span, heightened anxiety and depression, a weak immune system, memory loss, lower cognitive function, and even a shorter lifespan. So how can you get off this stress train? Let's start by booking a ticket to silence. Silence is a place within yourself. It exists in everyone and is where we all come from. Before our first thought, our minds resided in silence. Since being born into this hyperconnected world, the mythical place becomes more difficult to find each day. But I'm here to tell you today that silence can be found with dedication, mental toughness, and meditation. In silence, your mind will be focused on nothing. No thoughts are allowed in silence. Much like how an empty cup is more useful than a full one. Your goal in silence is to release everything you're holding on to. For thousands of years, Eastern cultures have been regularly practicing meditation as a means to feel better physically, to improve their mental health and cognitive function, and to become more enlightened and mindful. That sound means it's time to discuss the word of the day, and today's word is mindfulness. Mindfulness, a mental state that occurs when a person focuses all of their awareness on the present moment, allowing themselves to passively acknowledge their thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations without being dominated by them. And now we're going to look at a testimonial from a recipient of funds from the High Program and what it's meant to somebody who needed it. Although today was only the first day I moved into my dorm, I can already see the impact the High Program and the award it's given me has had on me. To not only have secure housing, but housing with so many beautiful benefits was indescribable. Everything I could ever need was already set up in my apartment. Towels, silverware, irons, even a fully stocked pantry. It made the place feel like home before I'd even unpacked. I was shocked and couldn't believe that this all belonged to me now. It felt so good, like this was how college was supposed to be, but not something I had ever gotten to experience before. Being in my own safe space has enabled me to take care of myself and be more productive than I was the entire time I was living at home the first year. I can't thank this program enough, and I have a hard time believing that it really is mine. When you practice meditation, you develop better mindfulness skills that will benefit every aspect of your life. I've noticed that when I mention the word meditation, people tend to picture a Buddhist monk in orange robes in Nepal, or a friend who won't shut up about going to Burning Man. I know there are also many people out there who believe that meditation is, quite frankly, bogus. Those same people may also have the mindset of, suck it up and move on. When it comes to being stressed, depressed, anxious, or dealing with illness, this is not a healthy mindset, and it is certainly not the way to silence. Trust me when I say that ignoring an issue does not make it go away, and it doesn't help you deal with life's problems in a constructive way. Meditation is a long road, but however daunting, your success with mindfulness can be achieved like every other challenge in life, step by step. So let's get started into the extensive physical, mental, and emotional benefits of practicing meditation. Number 1, stress reduction. Stress reduction is probably the most common reason many people give for wanting to start meditating. When you experience stress, your brain increases your levels of the stress hormone cortisol. When cortisol builds and your psychological stressors continue, your body reacts to the compounding stress by releasing higher levels of chemical protein called cytokines. Cytokines cause inflammation in the brain, which can lead to many other issues like depression, anxiety, and physical ailments. Studies have shown that meditating for only a few minutes a day reduces cortisol levels and helps to stop the inflammation that can lead to anxiety and depression. Number 2, insomnia and poor sleep quality. Nearly half of the population will experience insomnia at some point. We're all familiar with that awful feeling of staring at the ceiling and worrying about our day tomorrow instead of getting some sleep. When I was young, I used to constantly be tortured by the idea of sleep. But after years of meditating, I can fall asleep anywhere, anytime, and under any condition. The quickest way to sleeping peacefully is bringing yourself to silence and just being there until sleep engulfs your mind. Number 3, reduction of anxiety and depression. Mindful meditation helps people with anxiety and depression separate their negative feelings from their daily experience and trains their brain to focus more productively on their immediate feelings. Unproductive worries cause anxious people to develop bad thinking patterns, often resulting in obsessive cycles of emotional thinking without solving any problems. Ruminating thoughts like these are incredibly detrimental. Being present helps rationality and problem solving, which in turn helps to stop the cyclical nature of anxious, depressive, and obsessive thoughts. For those reasons, meditation is also helpful. And number 4, stopping the downward spiral. Reaching silence through meditation allows you to look inwardly at your negative thoughts without becoming bogged down by the emotional attachment to them. In doing this, you can more rationally assess what your negative thoughts are trying to tell you without diving face first into a spiral of self-shame. Through meditation, you can reflect on your negative thoughts and their patterns to recognize where they stem from. How often do you spend most of your time worrying about a project and all the ways it could go wrong, instead of actually getting anything achieved? Negative thinking can be powerful if you have the strength to accept what is true and use that information to go higher. So, what should you do with all this information? I'm sure you're wondering, but how do I start incorporating meditation into my life? I think we can all acknowledge that with all the benefits, not many of us have an excuse as to why we can't start meditating for just a few minutes every day. But really, how should you get started? If you want steps to improving that quality of life, here are some basic and effortless steps you can take. First, try mindfully meditating by yourself. Sit or lie down comfortably, close your eyes, and take a few slow, deep breaths through your nose and out your mouth. It's good to focus for a few seconds on this task, and only this task, to get your head cleared and your mind prepared. Make sure to accept yourself if you can't find focus for more than a few minutes, or even 30 seconds. It's okay. With constant information overload we have at our fingertips every day, it takes some time to retrain our brains to focus on small and simple tasks over a long period of time. Number 2, set an insight timer. There are many apps out there that provide a guided meditation, which are audio tracks where someone walks you through the entire meditation process. There are over 15,000 guided meditations and sound-based timers that are offered completely free. Seriously, if you're considering meditation, try it. Start by using it to take a timed nap, or choose a guided sleep meditation to fall asleep to. Number 3, YouTube. If a smartphone isn't available, YouTube is a great source of meditation tools. There are plenty of YouTube channels that offer guided meditation or peaceful sounds and music to listen to while you focus on your breathing. There are literally hundreds of channels, and just a quick search of guided meditation or meditation music will set you down the right path to finding a channel or video you love. Develop a routine. This step's never been easy, but despite your chaotic schedule, it is very beneficial to develop a regular routine for your meditation. Try not to bounce back and forth between different meditation styles or guided segments every day. Choose one style or set of audio tracks and stick with them. You may feel like one style isn't working for you and you want to give up, but try keeping up with it. Meditating at the same time every day is also good, because it helps you keep accountable to your schedule. I recommend meditating in the morning because it's a great way to start your day, but anytime you meditate is good. Just make sure you stick with it and it'll improve your well-being in the long term. Finally, join a community. If you're unsure of how to start meditating on your own, maybe you want to meet people who are as interested in it as you are. Take a meditation class. It's a great way to hold yourself accountable to your practice. It's also a good way to learn more about it from experienced people and make new friends along the way. Finding meditation clubs and classes is just a Google search away. If you can't afford to pay for classes or a club membership, you could always Google community centers or universities or state-run institutions that offer free classes. Well, that concludes our discussion on the benefits of meditation and the ways that you can start your journey into silence. When you allow your mind to be quiet, it is much easier to hear what you're missing. Remember to not be so hard on yourself. Life is more chaotic, stressful, and exhausting than most of us can handle at any given point. So don't put too much pressure on yourself to get meditation exactly right. Meditation will improve your mental, emotional, and physical state the day you start. But starting with an attitude of negativity will only bring you down. Meditation as in life, is about having patience and enjoying yourself. So, before we go, follow me. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Thanks for listening, everybody.
College can be difficult, but for some students, financial issues can make things impossible. The HIGH program at Wayne State University provides critical funds to students who are having major issues with basic needs like tuition, books, housing, and food. It's amazing, but just a few $100s at the right time can save a student from dropping out of school or being homeless. Students should not have to decide between basic life necessities and finishing their education. The HIGH program has connected hundreds of students with their basic needs and provided a light at the end of the tunnel for what amounts to the most difficult period of their young lives. If you would like to help, donations of any amount are welcome, and you can find all of our information at highprogram.wayne.edu.